Early in my serving as an associate pastor, I was asked to pray at the 4-H breakfast at the Summer Audrain County Fair. Just before the leader introduced me, she said, "You know, Wally, we almost always ask the preacher to pray for rain." Then she added, "One year the Rev came back with, 'I'm not in management, I'm in sales, but I'll do the best I can.'" If you don't think I've stolen that line every time someone asks me if I can do something about the weather, you don't know me very well. For what are you praying today? What needs are you telling to God? What are you asking God to do for you, your tribe, church, community, nation, world? I've appreciated Marvin's example of prayer in worship and in posts. Today, our staff will spend much of its meeting time in prayer, including praying for some of you by name. In 2007, I learned something about prayer. Our church was split on two polar ends of an issue with many in the middle. Sound familiar? I was horrible at dealing with the conflict. After months of frustration that I couldn't get a church member to see it my way, I begged for at least the admission that I could follow the Bible and be a Christian and still not agree with her perspective. The response was that if I did believe in the Bible and were really a Christian, I would have to see it her way, and then she presented a petition to the session. The day before they were to take action, I became manic. That afternoon, I called my sister with commands of what I needed her to do. She could hear that I was out of my mind, as she had trouble believing it. There had never been any warning signs. 30 years of being a psychologist and 50 years of being my sister combined in tears flowing down her cheeks. After I hung up, she called my wife directly with these instructions. 1, arrange for our 10-year-old son to stay with others away from the house. 2, get someone to be with Wallace so he's never alone, otherwise he might just disappear. 3, you can't talk him down, so pray. Pray that he does something bad enough to get committed and on medications, but not bad enough to ruin his life. That prayer was a fine line to walk, but it's exactly what happened. I have observed others on destructive paths never make a turn with devastating results. I have observed others hit a painful bottom before coming to themselves and turning to God and others for help. I am thankful that I experienced getting the help I needed to live a balanced life without horrible consequences in the process. Sometimes our prayers do seem to give God a fine line to walk. While you and I are thankfully not in management, what are you praying for today?